Hello everybody and welcome to Uprising 144K. I'm Hydrogen Man. Before I begin, I'm certainly not giving you any medical advice, making any medical claims, and everything stated in this video are the opinions of the speaker and should not be construed as claims for or against any product or products. Alright guys, and with that being said, today I'm actually going to share with you some blood results that I recently got. I've been checking my blood for many years now to see if what I've been doing is either working out or not working out. One thing that a lot of people don't know about me is I'm not biased. I don't really care about, like, oh, it's got to be the carnivore diet, or it's got to be the vegan or plant-based diet, or it has to be this or that. I'm not really biased. For me, it's just about the facts, and if something's working, it's working. If it's not working, then it's not working, and then I'll modify it. So this is something I've been doing for a long time. And as the more time goes by, the more it will reveal of whether whatever it is that you're doing is working or not working. And so today, actually it wasn't today, it was either, I can't remember now, it was either yesterday or the day before, but it was just a few days ago. I got a phone call from my physician. I went to a physician, as I do, to get blood work, and I wanted them to check everything. I mean, we're talking about the health of my liver, my kidneys, my red blood cells, my white blood cells. I wanted to check, my blood glucose. I wanted them to check my testosterone levels. I actually did that because I'm going to be doing a new protocol that I'm inventing or creating, totally natural, to see if it's actually going to affect testosterone, which I believe it will. So I wanted to get a baseline. I also got, what else did I get checked? Oh yes, my B12. I got my vitamin D levels checked. Basically, guys, I got everything checked. I even got checked, it was a screening for colon cancer also, just because they offered it. And anyway, basically I got a full workup. It was a lot. And I got the phone call back and the results were actually quite interesting. And this is why I'm sharing it with you guys. I was a little surprised at the results. The physician told me, this is literally what she said. She said, what I'm seeing here, I've never seen anything quite like this. It's literally like perfect. Everything is just perfect. And not only that, this is something that she told me that I haven't read anywhere, but this is what she said. She said, I'm very curious about what you're doing because one of the things that I noticed about your blood work, she said, is your vitamin D levels. We have been working on we've been noticing a trend. This is what she was telling me. She said, everybody's low on D, like really low. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I guess you could just supplement. And she beat me to the punch. She said, we're even trying supplementation, even huge numbers, and people's vitamin D levels are really not responding or going up much. And I thought, wow, this is very interesting. I haven't heard this anywhere, but this is coming from a physician that has obviously worked with many patients. And I thought, okay, this is interesting. And that's when she basically was speaking to me and said, I would really like to know what you're doing exactly, because I'm looking at everything that you have here. And it's almost too good. Like, it's almost like, wait a second, you must have a secret. What exactly is going on? So we started speaking about it. And there's one part that I really don't speak about, mostly because for some reason it makes people angry. And in this case, I didn't want to tell a physician because I've done so in the past and they usually don't react very well. And they tell me that I'm clearly going to get sick. But she was asking, so I told her, and as we were speaking, one of the things I told her was, look, I don't eat meat. I don't eat dairy. I virtually don't eat eggs or seafood. And she was not only shocked, but she was kind of shocked, and then she kind of stopped for a moment and said, wait a second. How long have you been doing this? Because see, the length of time that you've been doing something really kind of exposes what's going on in regards to your blood. And I said, well, I've been doing this for probably over a decade. It's been quite some time. And that's when she became even more shocked. She goes, whoa, wait a second, a decade or more? And then I remember her, she said, hold on a second. She started going through the blood work. I could hear her typing on the computer, and she wanted to look at certain aspects about my blood, and obviously specifically anemia. And she's looking at everything and she said, I just can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. And then she opened up to me, and I hope I'm not disclosing too much because nobody knows who this woman is. But she told me, she said, it's funny because my daughter is vegetarian and she's anemic. I mean, she's got issues. She's literally taken, pills for her anemia. And how are you managing this? Are you taking pills? And I'm like, no, I don't take any pills. And I went a little bit over my protocol. I didn't really want to spend too much time with her. I was particularly more interested in my results because it's showcasing that what I'm doing, whether it's working or not working. And I was really happy to see the results because obviously I've been following my gut feeling, but I've also been following a lot of scientific data. And then I create my own protocols. And it makes me even wonder, it's just one of my gut feelings or hunches, is hydrogen, I think possibly is actually helping with the absorption of nutrients. Because I'll tell you right now, guys, I consume way less calories than most people. I don't eat a ton, and yet somehow I'm getting great absorption of nutrients. And everything from, I remember her bringing up my cholesterol to my blood pressure. I mean, everything that she brought up, she was like, it's practically textbook. It's like, again, it's too good to be true. And so I thought it was really interesting. I thought I'd share it with you guys. But remember, and actually my testosterone levels were really, really good too. It was basically perfect also. But I'm going to be working on that because I want to possibly try to change the game a little bit. I want to see if I can make certain levels of things go beyond even what is expected. But she did say that because there's always a range, I wasn't towards the low range of things that are base normal. I was actually up towards a level that even my vitamin D levels, I was nudging a level of 80. You're supposed to be between like 40 and 100. Obviously, nudging 100 or getting above 100, you got to be cautious. You don't want to overdose on something like vitamin D either. But she's looking at my levels, and she said she's never seen anybody's levels be there. And she was asking me, she goes, how much vitamin D are you taking, or what exactly are you doing? And I was, telling her how much I was doing. And she was kind of surprised because I'm not taking huge amounts. So I do it in a specific way. I mean, I have a whole protocol throughout my day, but it's not difficult. That's the thing that I've really been working on, is I try to make it not difficult. Now, granted, the other aspect is I try to eat a specific way and do certain cleansings to minimize parasites or parasitic activity in my body, because in my opinion, they rob you of nutrients based on just data that I've looked at. So I can have less caloric intake, which is highly, anti-aging also, as we know. But I also wanted to reduce parasitic count, so that way they don't rob me of my nutrients. So I can take less, but I'm getting good absorption. So anyway, that's it, guys. I just wanted to share this video with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, share, support the channel by giving a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to comment below if, whether you have questions or comments or whatnot. But I'm going to continue moving forward on how I'm doing specific things and sharing with you guys whether they're working or not working. And if this had not worked, I would have totally told you guys. I would have said, you know what, guys, I've been eating this way and it's just not working. And I will pose this. Probably nobody stuck around till this long, but if you did, I'm willing to put out a challenge out there. I'm willing to challenge, literally, and this is not a competitive thing. I want to do this because I'd like the truth to be revealed. So whether somebody who's like the carnivore diet, or somebody who believes in the keto diet, or whatever it is that people believe in, and it doesn't matter to me, again, I'm not biased. I just want whatever's going to be best for our overall health. So I'm literally willing to challenge anybody out there, any YouTuber, any doctor, any natural health, physician, or whoever out there who wants to do a blood analysis and ultimately see our protocols and see which one is working and which one isn't potentially working, so that we can ultimately find what's really best for the most part for people. And that way people can know, because otherwise I think it's very confusing out there. There's so many differences of opinions, and I think at some point you just have to look at data and see what's the best way to go. So again, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time on the next one.